Panthers, it's Miss Loker, Assistant Principal for Instruction. Today's video is going to be for 10th and 11th grade students regarding important upcoming testing, specifically the pre-ACT for 10th graders and some resources designed to help you start preparing early for your ACT, which you will take as a junior, as well as resources for current juniors to prepare for the ACT, which will be April 5th. And lastly, the PSAT, which is an optional test, but a wonderful way to earn college scholarships through the National Merit Qualifying Test. The PSAT will be offered on campus October 26th, and today we will go through some resources that our campus offers for you to do some test prep on your own. It's important to note that if you fill out an application for an in-state university like ASU, NAU, U of A, and you have a composite score on your ACT of 22 or higher, you will be automatically accepted into that university. It could also really help you with selective programs within the university, as well as earning scholarships. So scoring high on the ACT really does matter. The ACT test is comprised of 4 individual test sections. The tests vary in length, as you can see on this chart. Each test also varies in the number of questions. The number one thing we hear from juniors every year when they finish the ACT is that they wish they had more time or that they ran out of time. To prepare, make sure you consider the pace at which you'll need to answer questions. For example, in the English section, if you have 45 minutes and there are 75 questions, that means that you need to answer each question in about 36 seconds or less. Strategically, it will be important for you to skip questions you don't understand and come back to them later. The ones that you are pretty sure you know how to do, prioritize those, which means ultimately that you're not going to necessarily be taking the test in order. It's okay to skip questions. The most important test-taking tip I can give you is to make sure you go back and guess on the questions you left blank before the time is up. On the ACT, there is no penalty for wrong answers, which means that if you have a wrong answer on the test, it would be the same as if you just left it blank. However, most tests have only 4 options, so you have a 25% chance of scoring correctly or guessing correctly when you guess. So you might as well leave no questions blank and bubble in a random letter. At the end of the ACT, your proctor will give you a 5-minute warning. Continue to work on the questions that you feel you have a chance at answering correctly. In the last minute or 2, go through all of your blank questions and choose a letter, bubble straight down. For example, in this picture, they chose the letter C. Continue to bubble C for all the questions you did not have time to answer. At least in this case, you'll have a 25% chance of getting a couple of those questions correct. So with that, I encourage you to not take it once, but take it twice. So what we recommend is that juniors take it the spring of their junior year, and then again in the summer or in the fall of their senior year. If you're interested in taking it again after your first try at Maryvale, you can connect with your counselor and we'll make sure you get a voucher waiver so you don't have to pay, and we'll help you get registered at a testing site. You might be curious, well, what happens if I don't score as well on my second test? Colleges always take your best score. So one of the ways we can help you prepare is through a bunch of online resources that librarians in the district and our librarian, Ms. Kilker, have made available for you to ensure that you have access to test prep materials.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Kilker, the teacher librarian, and I'm going to walk you through how to register for ACT Prep Practice. We have 2 databases with many practice questions. So while you are getting onto your computer to the Maryvale page, I will do the same and share my screen. Hopefully you've now joined me here on the Maryvale page, and I'm going to the library page. That's academics to library. So I did academics to library, and here I am on the library page. I'm going to access this link called Research Databases. We have, as I said, 2 practice tests for the ACT. They are very large. One is EBSCO and one is Gale. Let's go into EBSCO first. And in the top corner right here, it says Learning Express Library. This is filled with good information for all kinds of test practice, careers, and other information. Up here it says sign in and register. First we need to register, and from then on you will just sign in. This page is actually the sign in page, and you do not have an account yet. Please click again on the word register. It's very important that you follow these directions that I'm giving you in order to register correctly. Yes, we are Phoenix Union. No, we are not part of the European Union. This company sells to France, to England, to Germany. So the answer here is no. Go ahead, put your first name and your last name. Put your school email. That is your first initial, your last name, 4 numbers usually, at student.phoenixunion.org. And then do it again. I hope that you now have both of those filled out. Please configure your password this way and not something else. You are going to put your first and your last initial, then your 1 capital P, U, and the rest of your password, and then hashtag. First 2 initials, then your 1 PU full password, and the last is a hashtag. And do it again. So this person would be JS1, capital P, little u, then the rest of the numbers, hashtag. When you have that correct, then you're going to click on register and you now have an account. Please click on home. The test practice is in this box called College Admissions Test Preparation. Click there. And you will see the different kinds of test prep. We are working on prepare for your ACT test. Click here. On this page, you have 3 sections. You have preparation tutorials. These teach you how to take each of the different tests. So they're not all the same thing. There's test tips for the English, test tips for math, test tips for reading, and test tips for science. We don't do the writing test. Then you have practice tests for each of those. The practice test can be taken 3 ways. You can take it timed, just like you would be doing the actual test. The second choice is to take it slowly, so you have time to think of each question and what you want to do, no timing. And the third way to take the test is called as a learner, where it will tell you after each question if you got it right or wrong. There are also 3 ebooks with more test questions right here. So from now on, if you've registered, you would just come here to Learning Express, sign in with your email and your first initial, second initial, password, hashtag. Moving on to the other one. I'm just backing up to give you time to also move back. And the next test prep is in Gale. Now, while I'm waiting for people to catch up, I want to remind you that when you are on campus, all of these databases open up immediately. But if you are at home, you have to put the username and password in order to get in. The username and password is on page 13 of your student planner. The username is Phoenix Union. The password is hashtag PXU2022. So here I am on the second database, and we're going to use Peterson's Test Prep. Once again, you have to sign up to make your account to take the tests. After that, you'll just log in. So please click on New User Sign Up. And we are in Gale Peterson's Test Prep. So go ahead and fill this out. You're going to do it just like you did for EBSCO. Do your school email. first initial, last name, your 4 numbers they give you at student.phoenixunion.org. And your username is going to be the same. Your email. Your password should be the same. Your first initial, your last initial, and then do your 1, capital PU, finish your password, and hashtag. Secret word, choose something you're just going to remember. That's only if you forget your password, but we've all done it standard. Your teachers should be able to help you. So Maryvale, if it lets you, good one. And then you're going to register. Now I'm going to go back to the front page again. When you log in, this is what you'll do, just like you went to home in the other one. We're going to go into improve your score. And there's a plus sign here to move into college prep down here. It's going to college prep. And now you see ACT college entrance exam. We're going to select it. And we have the ACT online course, but we're just going to do the practice tests in here. Then we have a prep guide ebook also. You will need to log in to go into this test prep, but now you have your username and your password. You'll find interesting things like a PreTest. This is very useful to use because it will tell you places that you need to really study. There's also some articles in here, and those articles are on how to not stress out about taking a test. So you are now registered for both the EBSCO Learning Express, where you can take your tests for each subject in 3 modes. You are also registered in Gale in Peterson's test prep with similar but different test questions. Thank you, everybody. Come see me if you need help. I'm sending your teachers a PowerPoint that has some voiceover in it to go over all of this information. Bye.